in the evenings when we had our evening prayers, then of course, the lamp light and all that, we didn't have electricity like this. Then they would sit at the table and smoke their pipe. My grandma had her own pipe, Grandpa had his, and they would have evening prayer first, and then they would socialize just by smoking, talk about things for the day, and then my grandmother would tell me, okay, now it's time for your bedtime, and I would sleep with her. So she would put me to bed, and then she'd start telling me stories that, your imagination can just run wild when you hear it in your language. It's just like watching TV, the cartoons, it just grabs your attention. Well, it's the same thing, but it was my mind. And because of the way that she would talk and her expressions, her tone of voice, or all of that, it makes the story come alive, so to speak. And so I would just be so mesmerized just listening to her talk about these stories that she told me. And usually, just at the end, you're just all tense and waiting for something bad to happen. Then she says, and then translating it, she'd say, and that's why I want you to be good. She said, don't be like this one in the story. I think, hopefully, that the history of how they were raised, they heard these stories, and on down the line, maybe not in the same words, the verbatim, the way that she told me. Maybe she heard it in a different way, but she's telling it to me at my level of learning. And so I think that stories are handed down through time just for that purpose. There is a purpose to everything, as you know, or to me anyway, that's the way I understand it. We have to listen to what our elders have to say, because usually they're teaching us something. It's how you look at it, how you understand it, that you may not understand it right away, but all of a sudden, oh, yeah, that's what he meant, or that's what she meant. Those are things that are there. Stories are basically probably the foundation of good etiquette, of good behavior, and good standing of people, of how they're raised. I would put it like that, because stories are going to always be with us.